Hi, I'm Mark Mancini with Vacation Home Mastery and VRB Outstanding. This week's episode, as promised, we're going to talk about property management. And in fact, this very well may be a multi-part video because there's a lot to talk about, so stay tuned. Welcome back. So last week, hopefully you watched our episode on co-hosting, okay, and how that's exclusive to Airbnb. But this week, we're going to talk about property management, how you can be a property manager or hire a property manager when you should for Airbnb, VRBO, direct bookings, all that stuff, okay? So let's first talk about the major difference we briefly touched on last week, licenses. To say you are a property manager, you need to make sure in the state that the home is in that you're allowed to be a property manager without additional licenses. Many states, and I mean many, require you to have some kind of real estate license, whether it be a broker, an agent, but you can also get just a property management license. Here in the Myrtle Beach area, Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach where we are, you've got some major property management companies. And what they do is they're real estate sales professionals, and they make money when they sell the homes and list them from the people that they rent and manage their homes for. It is a great symbiotic relationship. So not only are they getting anywhere from 20 to 30%, and there are some that get up to 40 and 50%, that's insane. Typical average is 20 to 30%. And that property manager will not only manage the property, but when the owner decides they want to sell, well, you're a realtor, we have all your numbers. Let's go ahead and sell your home for you. So they get the commissions on that. And then when they sell it, usually that person's an investor, right? So what happens is they go to them, we've been property managing this place for years, let us manage it for you. So it's a great way for them to earn money. Now, different than a co-host, a property manager is more hands-on. They will field all of your phone calls 24 hours a day with their phone number that they have for emergency purposes. They'll also work to get you bookings because remember, they're getting a percentage of that. They're also going to manage your property. So if you do have to send someone on site, a repair person and so forth, they can go ahead. They have a list of contacts that they use and they'll get it fixed for you without having to bother you. People use property managers because they get into vacation rentals and they decide, you know what, I really don't have the time for this. I don't have the know-how. I don't want to learn it. The heck with it. I'll give 25% to someone and that's fine. And if you've got the margins to do that and be profitable, absolutely. For some people who don't want to do this or they're afraid, I get that. Personally, my VRB Outstanding course, which is $895, gets you through what I learned in 11 years to fully take you into you're a pro property manager yourself. Plus, as a bonus with that course, I've thrown in a 3-hour property management course. So after you manage your first rental and you do it for a year or longer and multiple rentals, you'll now learn how to manage other people's properties even more effectively. And believe it or not, with only 4 homes, you can make 6 figures a year. You don't have to go out there and manage 100 homes. Half a dozen, and you're making some good money from the luxury of your own home. And since you're already managing your own, it scales very well. It's economies of scale. It's not linear like this. It's more of a slope like that. So you can go from 1 to 4, and it really isn't that much more work. But you have to have the right tools, and we go over all that there, and escrow accounts and so forth. So the VRB Outstanding course has all of that, because what we're going to talk about now is why a property manager is so important. They will go ahead and they will do as many direct bookings as possible, okay? You usually here in the vacation areas, whether it's, again, Myrtle Beach, it could be parts of Florida, these local places have their own website. They've got tens of thousands of people who come every single year to the Grand Strand area. So they've got a contact list and they can help keep your calendar booked. They'll also work with you with VRBO and Airbnb. Now, some of the property management companies I've used, okay, I've negotiated deals where I can book my own guests and block off the calendar. They don't get a percentage of that. Whatever's open that they book, or if they book it before me, they keep that percentage. So it works out well for me. I have someone else working for me to fill up the calendar. Okay, it's very lucrative for me because I get help only when I need it. I'm not paying because I'm managing everything else during those stays. Now, some property management companies may not allow you to do that, but again, if you're someone who just doesn't have the time, the knowledge, doesn't want to learn because it's not worth it for you, you'd just rather own 10 vacation rentals and sit on the beach, God bless you, that's great. But for some of us who don't mind working a couple hours a week, no big deal. Now, property management. We go over in the course about escrow accounts, insurance, and forms, and what you need to know with the state laws. It's very specific. But there are states like Florida, for instance, where you don't have to be a licensed property manager. But that doesn't really mean that you can't be insured. You shouldn't be insured. You shouldn't be using all the right paperwork. Please refer to my videos, and we also talk about it in our course, but our video on rental agreements and on deposits, and what you need to know about air cover and VRBO insurance policies and so forth. Again, being a PM, you're managing someone else's house. It could be a $200,000 house, it could be an $800,000 house, it could be a $5 million house. You're the one ultimately responsible. That's why you get 25% of those bookings. But again, 4 homes and you're making 6 figures, not a bad thing to do. Now, if you hire one, you want to make sure that they're insured, they've got the proper licensing, and find out what they're going to do for you. Find out if you book the place, okay? Some places, if you go there with family and you decide to stay and use it for 2 weeks, that they'll actually invoice you because those are weeks that they could have collected money. Every property management company is a little bit different, but all their terms are negotiable. It depends upon the property that you bring them. We talked about in another episode, unicorns and lemmings. We talked about these unique properties, the unicorns. And then we talked about the houses like every other house around. Those are the lemmings. If you've got a unicorn, you can negotiate just about anything with that property manager because you're going to have something that they want to market, sell, and have listed on their website. So this is a drop in the bucket for property management. We're probably going to revisit this shortly because I know you guys have questions regarding it. If you have any questions below though, before that video, right below in the comments, put those questions in. I'll definitely answer them. In the meantime, hit like and subscribe below. vacationhomemastery.com. Go there and you're going to have a new course. It's a mini course. It's a money back guarantee. It's only $97. That's not even a one-night stay for half of you guys. In fact, that's your insurance protection, your accidental damage protection on your rental is $99. So you're gonna spend $99 there, and if you don't get anything out of those 12 steps, you ask me for a refund and get your money back. But I guarantee you're gonna love it. We'll see you next week. Thank you for coming.